Well, hey there, everyone. It's me, Esther Bartkiw. Today is September 29th, 2020. We are feeling the effects of a beautiful Mars and Venus linking up yesterday in the cosmos. That is spilling over in today. So a lot of really good vibes, energies with creating wealth, creativity, coupling, like romance and relationships. And it's a great time to go on a date or ask somebody for a date. And that was yesterday, but the energy is spilling over in today, which is really nice because we also have some kind of heavy energies with Saturn turning direct today. And Mars is kind of getting into the game, and there's a little bit of tension. I talked about that in my last video. So if you want to go and take a look at that, please do. Today I have two pieces of personal information that I received that I want to give to you. So doing this in video format is new for me. Typically, when I would get these informations, I would write a blog post, I would send out a newsletter. Often it was a Facebook update, okay? But with social media, sometimes you're not always getting great traction. So I thought, let's try the video format and see if more people can get this really good information that will help them to navigate the cosmic waters in their life. So when I say personal information, sometimes I get information that is more about the world and humanity and the universe and the bigger picture. And then often I get information that is more like, this is for a person, okay? This is for you to help you in your day-to-day living. So when I do divine guidance readings, yes, sometimes people ask me big picture questions. Usually it's very personal to them questions. And that seems to be where I receive the most information and very specific, very accurate information, okay? So I have two pieces that have come through. One is actually a build on something that came through in the last video. Please remember, this is not going to apply for everybody. Okay, don't try to make it fit. You will know if it fits, how it resonates with you, how it speaks to you. All right. And of course, share this information because maybe it's for you and for someone else, you know, maybe it's not for you, but you think, wow, maybe it is for my friend, my sister, my colleague, my coworker, and they would love to know this information. All right. And then of course, while you're here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button because I'm planning on doing more and more of these if you like them. So let me know in the comments if you like this kind of information, if it's beneficial to you, if you like this format on video rather than me sending out a newsletter all the time. Okay. So, this is big. Okay. Piece number one. And this is for, I would say, give me a number, 45 to 55% of the people that are watching this. Okay, that's a pretty high number. You're ready to walk away from something that just doesn't interest you anymore. Okay, now I asked something or someone, and I got something, but if that something is a relationship, it could, well, it obviously, it connects with a someone, but more a something. So you're ready to walk away from something. Think more job, career, focus, way of service, way of living, a routine in your life, a structure in your life, something that's been there for quite a while. Okay, what I'm getting is like 5, 10, 20, 25 years. And it's not like, oh, I hate it, I got to get out of it. It's just like, we had a really good run. And it's just time to put it aside and move on to something else. And there's a little bit of resistance in that, you know, anytime you're going to make a big change, because this would be a big change for someone. This is like if someone is a manager of a business and they've spent the last 20 years running a store in a shopping mall, you're the manager and you have employees and everything, and you're like, I love it. I love the retail business. I love managing. I love the mall atmosphere. I love everything about it. And you're just like, but it's done. I had a great run, and now I'm going to go be a chef, right? Or now I'm going to go and study something different, to do something different. That's the kind of energy and choice this is. So any resistance is sort of like, am I really doing this? Which is actually a nice, fun kind of energy. I had that last week when I was like, am I really doing this? And I was like, yeah, let's just do it. Only good can come out of it, right? So there's not really any resistance. And if there is, I think you can do your inner work here and move through it quickly, quite easily. It's like this has been coming to you for the last year, maybe 2 years. It's likely it's not something that's popped up in the last couple of months, but for some of you it could. We're not going to put a limitation on it. But you've been really thinking about this for the last year or two that, I love this, but it's just time. It's just time to move on. And you're right. The time is October and November to really get it going, because by mid-November, if you really start taking action on now, it's going to get traction mid-November until the end of the year, so that 2021, you're going to be on this new track. It's very exciting. If this resonates with you, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to know. Maybe you're at a point where you're willing to share details about it, maybe not, but just, I'd love to pray for you. I'd love to just kind of lift you up in energy, that you kind of realign with this new step that you're taking. All right. So I'm very excited about it. Oh, and the message that came through is everything's going to be okay. Okay. Doesn't mean that there might not be challenges. There might not be snafus. There often is when we're doing something especially really big. But everything's going to be okay. Do what makes you happy, and you are well supported. Okay, good. The next piece is, again, for October and November. Okay, big energy months. Some of you may be having an identity crisis. Okay, and it's not the identity crisis of, who am I? It's an awakening of, wow, I always thought I was this, and now I'm realizing that I'm this. And it's really interesting and it's fun. Again, not resistance, not a lot of anxiety about it. Of course, anytime we make a big change, again, we have that ooh moment. But this is like things like, I always knew I was, and now I really feel it and I'm ready to express it. Or, I always knew I wasn't that, and I'm ready to let it go. Okay? So this real smoothness in these two pieces comes from your growth and your awareness and your consciousness, and of course, aligning with the 5D energies and the 5D timeline. Okay? So in my earlier video, there was a point in there I was asked to give you a question to meditate on. And are you willing to perceive yourself, humanity, the world, and the universe differently? Because that needs to happen. That's what it's going to take to align with the 5D energies and to create this 5D new earth, okay? That if you're watching this, likely you're on board with moving in that direction and creating that, manifesting it for yourself and for humanity. And so this piece builds on that, but it's more about the self. So what is the identity that you're wrapped up in right now? It could be anything from I am a nurse, I'm an entrepreneur, I am a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a business person, I'm a trader, I'm a writer. Maybe that's your identity. Maybe your identity is I'm an athlete. Maybe your identity is more along the lines of I'm fat. I've been watching someone tweeting a lot, and she uses a lot of self-deprecation humor. And she often refers to herself as, I'm a fat middle-aged woman. And that's I can see, I mean, as a holistic therapist, I can see that that's part of her identity. And I'm hoping that she's going to be one of the ones that are going to flip out of this. Okay, so it could be many things. So what is it that you identify with, that you're wrapped up in, but you're realizing now, you've realized through this 2020 that, okay, maybe I was that then, but I'm changing. All right, I'm changing my identity. I mean, you're still yourself on a soul level, soul essence, self. You're still yourself. Maybe you're growing into that. Maybe that's part of the identity. Maybe you're really assured of who you are as soul self. I've done a lot of soul alignment work with all of you. So hopefully you have a good terms on that. But it's that human identity. It's that human expression that is shifting, that is changing. Okay, so again, that's really exciting as well. And if that resonates with you, let me know below. So, hey, listen, I'm going to jump off right now because in just a few hours, I'm hosting the Sacred Masculine Realignment, Recalibration, which is really important to our alignment with 5D timeline. Right? Because on the 5D timeline, your sacred masculine and your sacred feminine are firing off in high vibrations within you, and they are aligned as a couple. And so this is really important work we're going to be doing today. Depending on when you see the video, there is still time to join in live, or you can pick up the replay. I may or may not put it on my website. If I do, it'll be at a higher price because I always honor the people who say, yes, Esther, I get it. I love this idea. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Okay. And also, just as a reminder, tomorrow, September 30th, is the last day to sign up for personal divine guidance readings for me at a very special 16th anniversary pricing. And you can find out that information on my website, whispersfromthesoul.com, under the tab store, and then divine guidance, and I'll put a link below. And that's what I've got for you for now. Make the most of this day. Ciao, everybody.